looks like he wants to kill me. But what I think is interesting is that she likes it.
Action!
You better hold on tight, Spark.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, now I'm using the picture that I used previously from another tutorial, and I'm just going to specify on eyebrows. First, I need you to zoom up on whichever eyebrow you're doing. I'm doing the eyebrow to the left, and make your box a pretty decent size, your entire window. Next, you'll need to duplicate, since I'm doing this, I'm duplicating the line layer that I used last time so that all my other lines will be there. And, make sure that you just duplicate that layer, and then I'll go through and erase the eyebrow out of the way and start over. Now we're going to try to get an eyebrow kind of like this. It will be different, but let's get started. First, look at your original picture and select a rough outline with the freeform selection tool. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it will be changed multiple times. It's just kind of as a rough view and outline. Then what you'll have to go around and do is fine tune it, take away parts, add parts to add depth, if that makes any sense. You can select around to make it thicker and fill it in, or you can select little edges and delete them, and that kind of just gives you a more fine-tuned shape. And that's what I'm doing right here for the rest of the tutorial. And this process does take a little bit of time. This entire eyebrow actually took me about 11 minutes. I cut parts out because I didn't want it to be so long, and all that kind of stuff. Now, the next part is working on the fine-tuning. Now, notice the arch in the other eyebrow. Even if your arch doesn't show up in your original picture, try to incorporate it. We have a little arch right there, but it will get better the more we tune it up. Next, we'll start on the little lines. Notice I'm selecting around the hair, like just barely even noticeable. I'm just going over the top of it, and then what I'll do is go around to my other point from the top, and then I'll push delete, which what that does is, it deletes and adds like a little hair texture at the top, if you notice that. And, you can do it a little bit at the bottom. I usually don't edit too much at the bottom. That's our previous eyebrow, and that's the one we have right now. And, you just do what you can. Next, we're going to work our way onto the inside, if you notice the inside right there. Give it a little bit more shape. And you can add if you take away too much, but, you just kind of fine-tune it a little bit and do the best that you can. It's all about adding that detail, those extra little hairs. Now this is our before, and this is what it looks like after. You can notice those little details and hairs, but the arches are very defined. I hope this helps. Thanks.